Hi, I'm Bud from Strum Supply. Today I'm going to do the first part in a series on how to use a CAPO. Today is going to be very basic, so if you've never used a CAPO and you just want to learn the basics of how to put the CAPO on, what to watch out for, and why you might want to use a CAPO, stay with me. So first let's talk about the CAPO. It's a simple tool that is used to essentially move the nut of your guitar up the neck so that the strings become shorter and actually you're playing in a different key because as we've already learned, every fret is a semitone. So if you want to raise the key by 2 semitones, you would put the CAPO on the 2nd fret and it automatically raises the key and the tuning of your guitar. So for instance, this is an open C chord. And this is the same chord form with my CAPO on. Notice the raise in pitch? What I'm actually playing here is a D because 2 semitones above a C is a D. So how do you apply the CAPO? Well, first of all, there are a lot of different kinds of CAPOs. I highly recommend you get one of these. They're called, some people call them trigger CAPOs. They're easy to use because you grip them to open them. You simply place them behind the fret that you want to be using. And my recommendation is very, very close to the fret so that you're not bending the strings too much with the CAPO. This particular CAPO has just the right amount of force. It's very much like fingering the guitar. Some CAPOs, especially if they have a screw, you can put more force on them. And so the strings will actually change tune a little bit if you squeeze on it too much. But by putting it right on or just barely behind the fret, there's not enough leverage, and so the CAPO just really holds it down. You get a nice ring on it. See, I can CAPO here, and on my guitar with this CAPO, it works fine. But on some guitars with some strings and with some fret forms, it's a little more sensitive. So you'll have to figure that out on your guitar. But it's that simple. You simply place the CAPO on, and then you play the song like you would normally play the song, but of course you're moving up the neck. The fret spacings get a little smaller and so it'll feel a little different, but it gives you a lot of flexibility. And like I mentioned, you may know how to play a song in C, and your vocalist or you need to raise the key because it's a little too low for you to sing in the key of C. So you simply put your CAPO on the 2nd fret, and now you're playing in the key of D. And you play the song with the same chord forms that you've learned, so it's a very easy way to be able to raise the pitch of a song without having to change the chord forms that you learn. That's one of the first reasons people start to use CAPOs. The second reason I think CAPOs are so useful is if you play with other people and you have 2 guitars that are playing together, it's pretty boring to have everybody playing the same chord forms and the same voicing. So it's really very nice to have one person playing open chords and someone else playing with a CAPO so that their voicing of the chords is very different. So for instance, somebody might be playing this song in the key of D in open chords while I'm playing it in the key of C. And somebody else is playing the song in the open chords. So we're playing the same chords, the 1, 4, 5, but we're playing them in a different way, and therefore the voicing is very different. So that's the second main reason that people would use a CAPO. And the third reason is especially common if you play with somebody on the piano. They might have music written in E flat or B flat. And those can be challenging keys to play on the guitar, especially if you don't know how to play bar chords. So you can, if you, for instance, have a song that's written in the key of E flat, you could play that song by simply playing it in the key of D in terms of the chord forms that you're using, but you place your capo on the first fret. So now what I'm really playing when I play a D chord is an E flat chord. And that's the third reason. It makes it very much easier for you to play the song in the key it was written for the piano. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to have a follow-up lesson, but thanks for watching. Please leave comments, subscribe, ring the bell, do all those positive things, and we'll be back next week. Oh, you better watch out, you better not shout, you better not cry, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Thanks for stopping by.